northern parts of the Arklatex. Hopefully it'll get out of our area soon. However, it's a storm that we have been watching for a little while, and it's up here in areas of southwest Arkansas. It's in Hope, Arkansas. Tornado warnings issued by the National Weather Service for this particular cell right here. You're able to see on the screen. Let me give you some of the particulars on it. It is a storm capable of producing a tornado located there near Hope, Arkansas, moving east at 35 miles per hour. This is radar indicated, nothing confirmed with this particular cell just yet. But again, 35 miles per hour. It looks like it is sitting right there on top of Hope. We'll take a look at the velocity scan, try to give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on. This thing does have classic rotation with it, classic rotation, showing you the inbound and the outbound winds that you're able to go and end up seeing there counterclockwise for it. The red blowing away from the radar site, which is in Shreveport, the green blowing towards it, and you can see a cell moving right now over downtown, likely now just to the east side of downtown Hope, Arkansas. Again, this is not confirmed, but this is a radar-indicated tornado right now moving across that particular area. So right now in Hope, Arkansas, it is moving across there. And so if you're in those areas, probably towards Perrytown, it's because it's probably going to be making its way up towards the east-northeast between Perrytown, Centerville area, towards Emmett, Arkansas. That is the area there that you need to make sure that you put as many walls between yourself and the outside of your home as this storm is moving through. Once again, we are covering this here for you with a tornado warning that's been issued by the National Weather Service out of Shreveport for this cell right here along Interstate 30 in southwest Arkansas. Let's put a little motion on it for you so you can get a little bit of an idea of the movement of this activity. As you can see it moving towards the east-northeast. So the actual path of it, they have it moving east at 35 miles per hour. Radar indicated tornado here with it. So policy, we're going to continue to stay with us for a little bit so we can keep you up to date on it to let you know what's going on. Now, as far as the Arklatex is concerned, it's not in the Arklatex for that much longer with it. But again, not a good situation for folks around Hope, and that is in our coverage area. Therefore, if you're wondering why we are interrupting our programming and keeping it going here, is because of the fact of this cell. As far as producing hail, it looks like it has some on the north edge of it. It is producing quite a few lightning strikes as well. But once again for you, tornado warning issued by the National Weather Service out of Shreveport for this particular cell. We'll put the velocity scan on it and let you see it. And it's moving to the east at about 35 miles per hour. I'll put a track on it for us so it gives a little bit of an idea. Put it right on the eastern edge of it. Moving towards the east-northeast at about 35 miles per hour. This going to give us a little bit of an idea of where it's going to be heading towards. So it's going to be moving towards Emmett. If you are in Emmett, Arkansas, Laneburg, Arkansas as well. Again, Emmett especially, you want to go right now and put whatever action plan you have in place. That basically means as many walls as you can between yourself and the outside of your home. This is Interstate 30 right here. This is Hope. You can't see Hope. It didn't pop up there right there on the map. But this is Hope, Arkansas. And the center of circulation is moving right on top of it right now. And it's going to continue to move on off towards the northeast, probably a little east-northeasterly direction there with it, right on the south side of Interstate 30. So again, we're taking over our newscast for a little bit here for as long as this warning is in place to watch and see what happens with it for us. And so that's where it happens to be situated at this very moment with it. And so we're watching this to see if we see any more tornado warnings that may end up getting issued in our area. And so far, that's not been the case. I don't see anything new from the Weather Service for this particular cell for it. They are watching it there in southern parts of Arkansas. And this is valid. They make mention of Perrytown and Emmett, Arkansas as well. And it's approaching Emmett at this very moment. And so please, if you are in Emmett, and if you know somebody in Emmett, or Prescott as well, you might make sure to let them know what is going on with a strong thunderstorm, at least capable of producing a tornado. It's only a radar-indicated tornado at this moment. It still might be able to produce some quarter-size hail with it for us. And what we're watching to see if we see any more of these storms that may go and end up forming as we work our way on through the next few hours for us. So we're going to zoom out of the map here and let you see it a little bit better. These are our severe thunderstorms, and this happens to be a tornado warning. We don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings other than this particular cell that we have right now. But we will watch this one here for a little bit to see, and hopefully it'll get out of our area. And on the other hand, hopefully it might try to weaken a little bit as well. But again, there's hope for you. We'll remove this off the screen and get that off and let you see just a little bit more with it. I'm going to go out here for it and let you see it too. And we end up having, let me put the rotation on it and let you see what's going on with it with this rotation and put the velocity scan there on it. It's not as easy to define it this time around because of how the radar scan went on the top of it, but it does appear to me that, again, it is now on the east side of Hope, moving to the east as well. We'll put it in motion and let you see it. And you'll see the rotation there as you're able to see it rotating there. Let's see, the Weather Service had put up something new. Cell continues to support radar-indicated rotation at this point, moving east. So that's the latest that we have from the National Weather Service with this particular cell. And it is moving probably just a little east, maybe just a little north of east, but moving in an easterly direction. We'll put back on the radar imagery and let you see it, and let you see as well with it. Now, here's a perspective for you. This is the reason why we like to have our live Doppler radar, too, because this shows you National Weather Service is a little further to the west of it, okay? You see where Hope is. And now I'm going to click on it, and we're going to put ours on it. And so it's shifted a little bit further to the east. That is because ours is updating a little bit more often with those live scans. Now, you can't pick up some of the detail in it, but what I can decipher from this, the center of circulation of this storm is now somewhere probably right on the south side of Emmett, Arkansas, between Emmett and Centerville, moving on off to the east. So that's what we have going on with this particular cell. So if that's the case there, that looks like it is right along, moving on up there for us. I believe that says County Road 276, County Road 276, between Centerville and Emmett. That is likely where the cell happens to be at this moment. And based on looking at this here, that's probably the case as well. It's a little cluttered on some of the imagery that's here, but that's the way things are currently looking with this storm. So that was, again, that county road I made mention of, and it goes along Arkansas Highway 73, with it. So we do have that tornado warning that's been issued by the National Weather Service for right now, and that is what we are looking at on the south side of the interstate here at this moment. And it's going to continue to make its way off to the east-northeast, and it's moving at a projected speed of about, what do we have down there, about 35 miles per hour. So if you are there on the south side of Emmett, this is a storm that you want to make sure that you go on inside right now and don't try to don't go ahead and try to get on out and about and stay inside there. Again, this is near Emmett, Arkansas, between Emmett and Centerville right now. Is that the right name for it? Pop that up for you. Yeah, there it is. Probably closer to Centerville than anything else. Centerville, Arkansas, heading on off to the east. I'm going to double check some radar scans here and see what we got going on there with it. And these storms should continue to move on through this particular area there with it. So we have interrupted our newscast because it is our policy here when we get a tornado warning there for us to go and keep you up to date on what is going on with these particular cells. And that is what we have right now. And this is a cell that we are watching that's now east of Hope, Arkansas. Continues to show rotation in it. We continue to see some of you saying, Patrick, where's the rotation you talk about? It is right through here. This is where we're seeing that rotation. We're seeing the winds blowing away from the radar site, then blowing back towards the radar site. And that is how the Doppler radar deciphers where it believes that there's some type of rotation. So what should you do if you're in this particular area? Not go outside, obviously, but as many walls as you can between yourself and the outside of your home on the bottom floor of your home. But there in some of that area, there might be some homes with lower floors or basements. That's always the best place to go and end up going to. It is probably producing some hail with it. It does look like it has some on the northern edge of it. It doesn't look like it's anything that's all that major in size. Again, this was issued because it was radar indicated, a radar indicated tornado, and they do that because they're able to turn around and see that rotation that's in it. And it's probably producing hail, maybe upwards the size of quarter-size hail for us with this particular cell as it moves on off to the east. So that's what's going on for us right now. That's the reason why we are talking a little bit more about these cells as they move off to the east. And that's what we're going to continue to watch for, to see. We're going to keep an eye on it a little bit longer as well, because, again, this is our viewing area on the northern edge of the Arklatex there with it around Hope, Arkansas. So that's one of the things why we will continue to monitor it as it moves through areas there on the east side of Hope, moving on the south side of Prescott. We currently do not have any other warnings. Just want to go and show you that. We don't have any other tornado warnings. We do have one severe thunderstorm warnings off to our west that we will watch that one and see for it. So radar indicated rotation now crossing through Perrytown, south of Emmett, as I made mention of. No sign of radar confirmation at this time for us. So I'm going to watch it a little bit more. I'm going to stay with it some to see if it does anything else. As soon as I see that it is not doing anything else with it, I will drop out of my coverage of the tornado part. But we are still saying this because no sign of any radar confirmation at this time. So it is radar indicated with this particular cell as of this very moment. And that's what the Weather Service does. They want to put the warnings out ahead of time to give folks an opportunity to react to the storms, to maybe put that plan in place. And obviously Obviously, we hope we do not have one reach the ground. But this is how things are currently looking with it. There you see, he may mention a Perrytown right up here on the top of the map here. You're able to see it. I put in the center part of the screen. Emmett, Arkansas, 2. We'll look at the rotation for it. And it looks like the rotation more than likely has made its way past Perrytown, and it's on the south side of Emmett, Arkansas at this very moment for us. So that's what things are looking. Let me see. We got some new stuff coming out. Special weather, Bowie County over there. They're watching a storm over there in Bowie County. Not severe for us, but we'll continue to monitor that to see what goes on with it. So we are interrupting our newscast, actually, because, again, tornado warning issued by the National Weather Service out of Shreveport for this particular cell right here on the east side of Hope, Arkansas, that you're able to see there on the screen. Moving to the east, and I'll put a track on it for us and let you see it, the exact track of it. So give you a little bit of an idea right through there and moving to the, I got moving a little bit north of east, but I mean pretty close to that, moving towards Laneburg for you. It's going to be moving somewhere between those areas, between Prescott down towards Emmett area for you. I just switched it off just so you could see the radar perspective, but you see where they got the warning drawn over there over Prescott for you. I think the majority of, as far as the tornadic part of the storm, stays on over there to the south side of Prescott for the most part. So again, this is the northern areas of the Arklatex. The storm has made its way now through Hope, Arkansas. I don't have anything confirmation there with it. If it moves on this trajectory that we see right here, right now, that you're able to notice there on the screen, it's going to continue to make its way on off to the east and let you see that. So that's what we have going on with it for right now. I'm going to do something here so we can go and do some interactions there on the map too and let you see that. And again, any of these storms that make their way through the afternoon hours for this evening could end up producing, once again, some strong storms in our area. And just to show you, that severe thunderstorm watch box area is up there in Arkansas. But even a severe thunderstorm, you can end up having a tornado warning that we have. This is a tornado watch out there to the west. And this happens to be our tornado warning that's right there along Interstate 30 that we have. And we'll go into that a little bit closer and give you a little bit of an idea and let you see it. This is how the storms are moving there from the southwest, really from the west to the east, with a little bit of a turning movement there going up to there. And you can almost see this one as it makes its way through. You can almost see it sort of rotating around as it spins on through there. And this has actually been a storm that we had a severe thunderstorm warning out on a little bit earlier on as well. So we'll go and we're going to shift the map over just some and let you see some of this. And we're going to move it over, center it up there on the screen so you can notice it right there on the east side of Hope. And we'll go and we'll zoom in on it too and let you see this there with it. And we'll go in a little tighter on it so you can get a little bit of a different perspective. And we'll put a track on it for you as well. So move the map over. So it's moving to the east at about 35 miles per hour. So I'm going to put on it sort of a little squall line so it gives it a little bit of a broader area with it as it moves off to the east, and it does that at about 35 miles per hour. It gives us a little bit of an idea. Now this is going to be right near on the south side of Emmett, Arkansas. I did not pop that up on the map, and probably south of Prescott for us, heading towards Laneburg for you, and then Red Hill. And if it even stays together for that long of a period of time, but that is what we're seeing right now. Let's see if we see any type of debris trail back behind it. Sometimes we can, not really picking up anything on it. It is probably producing a little bit of hail on the northern edge of it, which it is. Nothing that's all that major as far as in size, but we'll pop it up there and let you see it. Probably some hail barely bigger than 1/4 of an inch in diameter. And then we'll go back to the radar perspective and let you go and see that too with that tornado warning there for this storm. As far as velocity scan, still if we're picking up anything there on it. And yeah, you can see a little bit of that rotation still right through there with this particular sail. And we'll zoom in and let you see this a little bit closer for it. So let me go in here, try to get us a little zoom in and give you a little bit further down. So it's moving right along. That was Arkansas Highway 73, it appears to be, just northeast of Centerville, heading over in the vicinity of Laneburg, right over here, so Mount Moriah. And it looks like it's going to be moving right through this general vicinity. So if you know anybody over in that area, there's a lot of rural area, obviously, over there, but folks do live out in this particular area there. It looks like this is Arkansas Highway 53 that's going to be passing right on up through it as well. So this is our center of rotation there with it. we'll go to our Mega 3 live radar. And it's actually might be a little bit further along because more than likely this is probably where the rotation is situated right now in this little part of the little hook part of the storm as it moves on off to the east for us for this afternoon. And we'll switch here, and this is a great thing. We can switch between a variety of sources of radar. National Weather Service radar is a little bit further to the west, but I do believe it's further along to the east, probably right now on the south side of Laneburg, Arkansas. And that's probably where our main rotation happens to be. So if you're joining us right now, joining our newscast coverage for us, we got you on your side on call here in the studio. They're still here if you want to call them, by the way. But they are still here. But we're doing what we do, and that's when we get a tornado warning in place. We go and bring folks up to date on the very latest as what is going on. So we may have a new watch box being issued here shortly by the Storm Prediction Center. They're on the phone right now with the National Weather Service, with the Storm Prediction Center, trying to evaluate that to see what exactly it is that they're going to go and end up doing. But again, tornado warning in place for this particular cell. That's now making its way through parts of southern Arkansas. For the moment, it's south of Prescott, Arkansas. The worst of this particular cell happens to be. And we are looking there at the velocity scan for you, trying to show it. It's getting a little bit more confusing with it, trying to see it. But this is probably where we are dealing with our rotation right through here. Right through here. We're getting a little bit of some clutter up at the northern part, but that's not typically where the main part of the storm happens to be. Usually, as far as if we're going to see that rotation, it's going to be right down here in the hook part of it, and that is typically where we see the rotation there with the storm. Severe thunderstorm watch covering for a majority of our viewing area, citing primarily a wind and a hail threat, but can't rule out a possible tornado. That's going to be valid here shortly until 11 p.m. tonight. So the Weather Service is telling me now that the Storm Prediction Center will be issuing a new watch box covering a majority of the viewing area. Hail and high winds continue to be the primary threats with these storms if we end up seeing them. But again, we are having our continuing coverage right now because of the fact that we do have here for us in the Arklatex right now threats for storms that are in our area. So that is what we have going on for us, and watching to see what exactly these storms do as we work our way over the next few hours. Let's put this so you want to see a little bit of motion to it. I'll put it on there and let you see this cell as it's moving from the west to the east, the west to the east right now. National Weather Service continues a severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds for Hempstead and Nevada counties there in Arkansas. And that's actually the same storm that we're watching right now, which makes me wonder if they're dropping the other one. And matter of fact, I'm sending them a message right now so I can make sure I have the very latest for us as far as that. And so I'm sending them a message to find out. So trying to find out right now to find out if they're leaving intact, because it says they're continuous severe thunderstorm warning, but it overlays it with the same thing as far as that tornado warning area happens to be. So it still looks like it has a little bit of that hook there on the southwest edge of it, where it's fairly typical for us for right now, where we normally see that little circulation take place, and we switch it over to velocity, and you can see pretty much that same exact area right through there, and I'll put that in motion and let you see that too. And so that's what we're looking at. You're seeing that rotation, those winds going in opposite directions as compared to the radar site. It's counterclockwise winds too. And it'll be interesting if we see it turn a little bit to the right and make a little bit of a right-hand turn. So if you're in that area, just trimming severe thunderstorm and tornado SL. So obviously they're keeping the tornado warning in place for this area. Now this tornado warning too, and we'll pop the warnings up here on the graphing and let you see it. This shows you the tornado warning that you're able to go and end up seeing. Let's take a look at the information on it. Tornado warning right now. It is valid technically until 5 p.m. This tornado warning valid until 5 p.m. It'll be interesting to see if they extend it or not any as far as the warning beyond 5 p.m. because it still has a little bit of work to do in order for it to get through that particular warned area. So we'll see how that goes and works out. It does have a little bit of hail in it, but it also has probably some very strong winds in it also associated with it, and very heavy rainfall, and of course on top of that, lots of lightning strikes, lots of them as they're able to go and end up seeing right now. So they removed the tornado warning from Hempstead County. It's still in place for Nevada County. So it is still in place for parts of the Arklatex for right now. I'm reading the National Weather Service decided to go and extend that, trimmed back the warning for the county there, but keeping it as well for Nevada for right now. They're keeping a close eye on a cell near Marietta, Texas for possible downstream severe thunderstorm warning. That's over in a different area right now. And let's see here. Nope, that's nothing new for me to report on to you. But again, we have a tornado warning, nothing confirmed on the ground over in southwest Arkansas, right on the northern edge of the Arklatex. Bring this out for you and let you see it as far as what else we see for us here in the area. And you are seeing one severe thunderstorm warning just off to our west. We'll probably get some warnings over in that area, probably east of Sulphur Springs here shortly. The tornado warning is for that area there that you're able to see now over in Nevada County. It's south of Prescott, Arkansas, for this storm, moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour here in our region. So we'll monitor this to see what exactly goes on and happens with it as we work our way here over the next few minutes. We got 12 minutes, 11 minutes until the top of the hour. That's when it's technically set to go and expire. So far, that has not been the case for us here. But what I mean by that is that it still has a little ways to go. It still has a little ways to go for us here. Here in our region for you. If you guys want to, we're going to continue with our coverage here for right now. Stay where we are right now. We're on KPXJ, but if Master Control wants to go off on KTBS, then that is perfectly fine. You can go back over to Jeopardy if you want to, but we're going to stay put where we are on KPXJ, so feel free to go and end up doing that. So anyway, but we are going to continue to watch the storms there south of Prescott, moving to the east for us at about 30, 35 miles per hour. In our area, and that's what we have going on right now. But we'll watch that. Just tell me when, technical directors, and I'll do exactly that. But we're going to continue to watch this on KPXJ, of course, and all of our other platforms that we have, but we'll return over to Jeopardy there on ABC. So anyway, they may already be over there as well. So again, we are watching the storms there. We're going to have a severe thunderstorm warning coming out, I think, over in parts of Texas here shortly, but we're monitoring this one particular cell east of Hope, Arkansas, south of Prescott for us, and we will continue to monitor it. So we stay on the air with coverage of it because we're on the air coverage for people that do go and tune in all of a sudden at the last moment to see what is going on with it. And this is in our area, for our coverage area there, south of Prescott, Arkansas, that we are noticing right now with this particular cell that is going on. And that's just what is taking place with it. It does still show signs of possible rotation with it, even though now it's getting a little bit tougher with it. Let me go and decipher it for you, try to get an idea. And it's really tough to see because where I'm seeing a rotation pop up in it is nowhere near where it normally would end up being as far as that rotation with it. So it's probably, if we're seeing it, it's going to be right through here with the rotation east of Emmett, Arkansas, even though I know it looks a little bit weird on up to the north, but that is not in where the circulation would be, where we normally go and end up seeing it as far as that circulation part of the storm with it. So we do have the storm there. It is radar indicated with it as far as the tornado warning is concerned there for us. For it, they did issue a warning over for severe thunderstorm warning back over in Bowie County, Texas, and Cass County, Texas. Severe thunderstorm warning there. But what we are watching here happens to be a tornado warning that we have issued for us for right now that you're able to see there on the south side of Prescott. Other warnings have come out, though, over on the east side of Marietta, Texas, north of Atlanta, Texas. But we do have the tornado warning that does continue over here in southwest areas of Arkansas, right on the south side of Prescott. So we will go back. Now, I will stay on here, but if I really start to lose indications of the rotation there with it, I will drop out of this for you, so everybody just be on alert in case that does happen with it. But it is still showing a little bit of signs of that rotation there with it too, and I'm really wondering if it's trying to shift its way and change up that rotation there a little bit also as far as where in the storm, because it's really tough because it's showing me the rotation now as far as something in it on the north side of it, but that's a little bit iffy as far. I don't believe that's the case, because the way it actually has the winds going. Typically speaking, what you're looking for here is a lot of times are the winds that are blowing one direction away from the radar site and one towards it, okay? So that'd be right in this vicinity right here. I know that really stands out to you a whole lot, but the winds aren't doing that. Like one's blowing one way, one's blowing the other way. So it's not quite towards the radar site or away from it. That makes that a little bit more difficult, but a little further south is what we are seeing there right now with this cell. But nothing on the ground confirmed with it. This is radar indicated. Again, this is southwest Arkansas, in areas up there that are going to be in the vicinity of south of Prescott. Now for us, I'm going a little closer and let you see some of this, gives you an idea. Probably on the east side now, northeast of Laneburg, in this general area that I have it centered there for us on the screen. And we will go back to velocity and let you see it. It's probably going to be right here that you're able to see a little bit right in here, this area. It's losing. It's not as defined as what it was a little bit earlier on. but the tornado warning and the rotation is still there. The National Weather Service, I believe, will probably not be dropping this before 5 o'clock. That's technically the time that it goes and expires with this particular sail with it. But that's what you have going on at this very moment. Again, you have a tornado warning that is in place for us until 5 o'clock. Guys, the thing we want to do here is you all be prepared. It's 4:53. At 4:55 or so, I'm going to drop out and let you all wrap up anything you want to wrap up for the news. If something drastically happens, we get any confirmed reports of anything, I will yell, and I will let you know that we got some confirmed report of anything. But that way, if there's anything that y'all want to wrap up, I will let you guys wrap up and take care of there. Hopefully the producer will let you know what it is you need to do, and we will do exactly that. But again, this tornado warning is there. 4 areas there in southwest Arkansas. It is on the southeast side of Prescott right now. It looks like it's on the northeast side of Laneburg, Arkansas, and it has been showing signs of rotations and force. And what it is that it's nothing been confirmed by the Weather Service as of yet. Nothing been confirmed with eyeballs or seeing it. It is radar indicated storm for us here in the area. So I'll go. Is it okay for me to send it back over to them? Y'all just please let me know in my ear, and I will send it back over to them. So they want me to keep talking. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we will go wrap it up here. I'm going to watch them and see. If need be, we will jump back on. But since I don't have anything confirmed as of yet, but I will continue to monitor it for you. But make sure that you go and you end up staying with us, and we will have more for you as things go and develop.